I've got a few projects to get done this spring, like most of us. The first is a new garden bed in what was an old nursery area. The gardens will take a formal feel, and I've added some soil that's defined the garden lawn area away from the garden beds. Now, the garden beds will be stage 2. The lawn is my main priority for now. Now, when you're laying a lawn, the most important thing to do is to get your preparation right. It's vitally important. So the first thing that's gone down here is a screening sand. It's a proper turf sand, and it's designed to encourage, well, a good, nice, level surface, but also good drainage through that down into the natural soil below. And on top of it, I'm putting down this stuff. Now, this is an underlay. It's a type of organic additive you put over the top. Now, this compost effectively encourages those new roots to grow down deep. And when you put this down and the sand, it should be about 50 mil or so in depth. And this is going to give you a nice deep root system, which means it won't stress when you get to those hot summer days. The next thing to do is to select the turf grass variety. And I've gone for buffalo. Buffalo does love a full sun position, which is exactly what it's going to get here. Now, there's a few different ways you can lay turf. You can buy seed and sow it, and hopefully it'll germinate and the roots will drop down before the hot summer days come, because otherwise you'll end up with a patchy lawn. There are some other options. You can use stolons, which is effectively these runners dug into the surface of the soil, or this, which is instant roll-on. It is such a great way to get a turf lawn down, and pretty darn quick. As the lawn is laid out, we apply a slow-release fertiliser designed to encourage root development. Basically, as soon as it's laid, the grass roots will follow the moisture and nutrients down as it drains into the topsoil, getting the grass to establish as quickly as possible. The grass is laid in alternating knitted rows in a patchwork that'll see it set quicker and easier. In some instances, you will need to get a plate compactor or a roller to push the grass roots down deeper into the sand and get rid of any air pockets. But this area, well, it should be okay without them. Now, one of the most important things you've got to do after you've rolled out turf is give it a really good wet down. It's got to be a soaking. What you want to do is make sure that those roots have gone down into that underlay and there's no air pockets in there. So really give it a drenching. And if you really want to get a great result and guarantee no setback at all, one of the most important things to do is just to apply some of this stuff, because it is just gold when it comes to reducing transplant shock. It is, of course, sea salt. And it's amazing how this works. What it does is it seals off those damaged roots, it encourages new feeder roots, and it takes out the transplant shock process altogether, so your lawn just gets off to the best possible start. And that is the first stage completed. The next stage is to add plants, and I'll show you that process in a couple of weeks.